A very happy morning, students. Welcome back to our state live lecture of geography for class 9 standard. Yes, now today we are going to see the new chapter, that is chapter number 5, precipitation. We are going to revise the chapter in 2 sessions, and we are going to focus on the main points. Yes, and as well as at the last, we are going to have a objective type based test also. Okay, so let's start now. Chapter number 5, precipitation. Yes, now all these were these are the objectives of this lesson. Yes, in this chapter we are going to study, points to be studied is about what is precipitation, snow, hail, rain, what are the water bodies and forms of condensation on the earth. These are the points which we are going to study today. Okay. So these are the objectives that we have to at the last at the end of the lesson we will be able to answer this questions which you can see on your screen. See here. It was about the blades of grass look like this only in the winter morning only. Yes, the in winter morning, why the blades of grass looks like this. Yes, small water droplets you can see on the grass over there. Yes, blades of grass. Why it happens? Then it was next, snow is found everywhere. Yes, snow is found everywhere, only in the Jammu Kashmir only. Then why it has, yes, then why isn't snow found in our surrounding also? Why only in Kashmir only? Then here next it was generally it rains between June and September in our region. Then how the rain droplets form? Yes, how the rain falls. All these are the points which we are going to study in this chapter as a revision. Then sometimes hailstone destroy the standing crops in the field. Yes, because of the hailstones, the crops are being destroyed. Crops in the fields are destroyed. Then why don't we get hailstones frequently? These are the questions we are going to clarify in this chapter. So in this, due to this, we have a small introduction of this chapter. We'll see it. See here, as we all know that 70.8% part of the Earth's surface is full of water. Yes, but here we can say the distribution of the water is not unequal. Is very unequal. Yes, means the distribution of water is not done equally. Yes, at some places you can see the water storage is limited, while it is more or ample at some other places also. Yes, so this things we should able to understand. We should know that distribution of the water of the earth's surface is not equal. Yes, then here next next point to keep in mind that we experience or we see different types of condensation. Now what is condensation? Condensation means what? Now let's take an example over here. Condensation means it's a physical change. Yes, it's a physical change. Now see the example over here. See, when the daily we take a bath, when the temperature, see, condensation, it's a thing, it's a phenomena that we experience in our day-to-day life. Yes, when we take a bath, okay, the temperature is high and it is very hot. When you will see the mirror which is there in our yes, in the bathroom, when you'll see the mirror, it is covered with the fog. Yes, once you are done taking a hot water shower, then you will notice when you touch the mirror, there are small beads of water on the mirror. So this is called the condensation. Yes, it's a experience we can experience on daily basis about the condensation. This is the example, we can keep it in our mind. Okay, what is condensation? Condensation, it is the process of a substance that is in its gaseous state converting into a liquid state. This change is brought about by a change in the pressure and temperature of the substances. It's a meaning of an condensation. So on the, as well as we have to notice the atmospheric conditions also, we see changes in the form of condensation on winter mornings. We find dew. Yes, we find dew. Now see the first question, what was it? That only in the winter mornings only the blades of grass look like this. Yes, means on the blade of grass you will see the small water droplets. So why it's happened? Because of the only in the winter mornings we find dew over there. See here. Then next year, let's talk it about the snowfall here. The area which is located at higher altitudes. It's example Mount Everest in the Himalayan mountain. Yes, the areas which are at the higher altitude. There you will see snowfall occurs while it rains in other places. Means in the higher altitude region you will see there's snowfall, but in the other places you will notice that it is raining over there. Yes. Then some places experience dense fog while some experience hailstones suddenly and face crop destructions. Means here what we have noticed here, there in the some part of the country or in another area you will see the snowfall over there. Yes, and in the other part it you will see there rain you can see. Yes, then in some other part you will see hailstones are there. They are destroying the crops here, which you can see on your the image is there on your screen. Then after this, next is about these are the forms of condensation. Now here you can see the image on your screen, that is about the water cycle. Yes, this water cycle concept and we have studied from our previous classes, but in this chapter it's also a very important role about the water cycle. Let's study it first, go through it. See here, the first stage of the water cycle is about the evaporation. Yes, first stage is evaporation. Then second is condensation. Second, condensation means what? It leads to the formation of clouds. Means in the condensation you can see the clouds are formed. Then third stage is precipitation. That's what we are going to learn about the precipitation. Precipitation means what? It occurs when it occurs when the so much of water has been condensed that the air cannot hold it. The air cannot hold it anymore. The cloud gets heavier and the water falls back in the form of rain, snow, or hail. So this is about the precipitation. This is the third stage. Fourth stage is about run runoff or infiltrations. Okay, these are the four stages of water cycle. First is evaporation, second condensation, third precipitation, and the last is runoff or infiltrations. These are the stages of water cycles. So we in this throughout this chapter, these two stages we are going to study. Condensation means what? It forms the clouds, and in the precipitation it means what? When the water has been condensed, yes, in the form of cloud, yes, that air cannot hold it anymore. That time we can say the cloud becomes heavier, yes, and the water falls back in the form of rain, snow, hail. This is about the precipitation. So what is precipitation in meaning? I will tell you, student. Water falling either in the solid state or in liquid state from the clouds to the ground is called as precipitation. Yes, in precipitation you have two stages, two states you have to keep it in your mind: solid state and liquid state. Yes, from the clouds to the ground is called as precipitation. Okay, this is the, as a definition, as a meaning, you will write this in the precipitation answer. Then see here the definition. Just now I told you all about the definition of precipitation. Water falls in the solid or liquid state from the clouds to the ground. It is known as precipitation. Example is rain, hail, sleet and snow. Yes. Let's study more about it now. Next. Now there are major forms of precipitation. First is snow, hailstones, rainfall. These are the major forms of precipitation. So one by one we will study. Okay. Let's study about the first major form of precipitation is snow. See here. Snow, first major form. When the temperature in the atmosphere falls below the freezing point, water vapor directly turns into the snowflakes. This is called the sublimation. This sublimation term, it's an important term, student. Everybody will mark it as an important one. Yes, for 1 mark question for answering one sentence, or for filling the blanks also they may ask. So what is here slow? First you understand what is snowflakes. Snowflakes means a piece of snow. Here you can see on your screen. This is the image of the snowflakes. Snowflakes means a piece of snow. Now next term is about the sublimation. Here image you can see on your screen. Yes, sublimation means what, student? It is a chemical process where a solid turns into a gaseous state without going into a liquid state. It is known as sublimation. Yes. Now example of sublimation is when ice cubes it shrinks in the freezer. Yes, when the ice cubes it shrinks in the figure. This is the example of sublimation. And it is a chemical process where a solid turns into a gaseous state without going into liquid state. Okay, liquid state. This was about the sublimation. Then here the vapor in the form of gas transforms into the solid snow. Precipitation in the form of solid particles of snow is known as snowfall. Yes, what is snowfall here? Snowfall means when that water vapor in the form of gas transforms into the solid snow, and in that time the precipitation in the form of solid particles, that time you will experience or you will see that it's a snowfall over there. Yes. Then as a snowfall is in the solid form, as snow is in the solid form, it does not flow like water. Layers of snow get deposited. Now, as we all know, this snow, it's not in liquid state, it's in solid form. Now, it doesn't flow like a water also. Yes. Then what happens here? The layers of the snow, it's get deposited on the one place only. Yes, if continuously there is a snowfall, you will see the layers of the snowfalls you can see. Yes, one below the other, one below the other. Yes, it's get deposited on the one place only. Then because of this reason, here when the snow accumulates on a very large scale, then the transport communication system of that area collapses. Yes, as you can see the area which is with the full of snow. Yes, the transport will be collapsed. Yes, communication of the system um, will not be seen over there. We cannot communicate in that area where the snowfall is more. So because of the snowfall, it's on the large scale, it get deposited on the one place. We cannot travel. Yes, we cannot communicate with that people who is staying in that area. Okay, these things we have to see. The next point of this snow is about the frostbite. Now, what is frostbite? Means the people those who live in the region, in the snowfall region, they have to be very protective from the frostbite. When the snow melts, the region gets the water. Yes, when that area, when it's in full of snow, slowly when the snow melts, that region will get the water. But here, the peoples those who live in that region, they have to be very protective from the frostbite. Yes, here you can see frostbite, frost beaten skin. You can see difference. You can see, student. So whenever you must have experience, you must have seen. Whenever you go in the snow region, they are giving boots, gloves. Yes, this type. Why they are giving? Because we have to be very protective about this frost bite. Okay. Then next, yes, the second major form of precipitation is hail. When there is a lot of heat on the Earth's surface, the upward air flow blows at a greater speed. Because of this upward flow, the temperature of the air reduces and the condensation of water vapor takes place. Now, here, hail, uh, about the hail means is like a very high temperature. Yes, in within few words, I'll explain you. Hail means very high temperature is there. Then the upward movement of the hot air goes on. Yes. Then the third, temperature drops with a greater height. Then condensation of the moisture, water vapor, upward movement of the air starts. Then the water droplets move to higher altitude and the temperature drops further. That time you can see the solidification of these droplets and then the hails are formed. So here what we have understood, when the temperature is very high, that time the air which is the air which blows, it blows up to the upward direction at a greater speed. Yes, and that time when the because of the flow of the temperature of the air reduces, yes, and the condensation of the water vapor takes place. So this is about the hail. Then when the dark when the when the dark clouds are formed because of the upward movement of air, these water droplets go to a higher altitude. So here solidification of these droplets occur and hailstones are formed. So with this, what happened here, students? When the condensation of the water vapor takes place, that time the dark clouds are formed, and because of the movement of the air which is blowing in the upward direction, that time you will see the water droplets, they are in the gone into a higher altitudes. That time you can see the solidification of these droplets occur and the hailstones are formed. Yes, for the hailstones you have to keep it in your mind. The temperature is there is a very high temperature. Yes, and the area, sorry, the air which blows in the upward direction at a very greater speed. Yes, this is the second point about the hailstone. Third thing you have to keep it in mind about the upward flow. As the air goes up, the temperature of the air reduces and the condensation of the water vapor takes place. That time when the condensation takes place in the form of cloud, in the form of dark cloud, then you can say then the water droplets they go to the higher altitude. There you will see the hailstones are formed. So point wise you will how the hailstones are formed within 6 points, 5 to 6 points you will write the answer in this way. Okay, then as hailstones are heavy, they fall towards the ground, but because of the frequent upward flow of air, they are repeatedly taken upwards. As most of the students have experienced about the hailstones. Yes, they are heavy. Yes, when they fall towards the ground, when they fall towards the ground, we why it happens because of the frequent flow of the air which goes upward, and they are repeatedly taken upwards. Here, a new layer of snow encapsulates the hill. These happens quite a few times. Hence, concentric layers are formed while the hail grows in size. Yes, hailstones size are sometimes it's in the small size also you can see, but if continuously you will see the hails are continuously hailstones are there. That time you can see the size of the hails are big, and there you can see the concentric layers in that you will be able to see. Yes, in the ice cube also students you will be see in when you notice that ice cube properly, that time you will see there also concentric layers are there. Yes, in the same way in the hailstones also you will be see the concentric layers. Then next, these uh, these big heavy hailstones fall rapidly to the ground. These big heavy hailstones fall rapidly to the ground because of gravity. We call the precipitation of this type as hail showers. So so this big heavy hailstones, why they fall? Because of the gravity. Yes, because of the gravitational force. and we call the precipitation of this type as hail showers. So hailstones means what? Small hard balls of ice that fall from the sky like a rain. In simple meaning, if you take it, hail means small hard balls of ice that fall from the sky like a rain. This is about the hailstones. Then here are the examples of which part of country we'll see here. Hails occur in summers in India, Africa, and in some parts of Southeast Asia. Hails do not occur in equatorial areas because of the heat in the temperature, in the atmosphere. Hails do not occur in the cold zones because the lack of upward flow. Okay, hailstones you will see mostly in the higher altitudes. Yes, in the like a Mount Everest over there. Only in the and in India we will say hails only in summers. Africa and some parts of Asia. This is the example of hailstones. Okay, and this you have to note it, student. Hails do not occur in equatorial region. Why? Because of the heat in the atmosphere. Next, third major form of precipitation is rainfall. Rainfall. How the rainfall is formed here? This is the question, student. How the rainfall is formed? In see, when the clouds are made, when the clouds are formed of water droplets, within the cloud, you will see the water droplets, they condense, yes, onto one another. And the causing of the droplets, it grows. When these water droplets gets heavy and it cannot stay in the cloud, they fall to the earth as a rain. So this is about the how the rainfall is formed. This is the in this way you will write the answer. See the points you will see here. We generally get water in the form of rainfall. The temperature of the air with water vapor reduces when it goes higher. Condensation of the vapor occurs. Clouds form when the condensed water droplets and dust particles accumulate. Then the water droplets increase in size. When they cannot float in the air anymore because of their weight, they come down as a rainfall. Yes, in generally we get the water from the rainfall. Then when the temperature of the air with the water vapor, it reduces, and when it goes high, the temperature of the air, when it reduces and when it goes high, that time the condensation of the water vapor occurs, and the clouds which are formed, they cannot hold it, the water droplets, and because its size is, because it's heavy, so they cannot hold it anymore in the form of cloud. That time you will see it will in the that time, because of the heavy weight, you will see the water droplets are falling down as in rainfall. This is about the rainfall. How the rainfall is formed? Yes, this question also you have to study, student. In your own words, you will be able to write how the rainfall is formed. So this was the main important points in this chapter. What we have studied today, points to be studied is what? About the precipitation, snow, hail, rain. Yes, and how the what is condensation, sublimation. This we have to study in this first part of this precipitation. Okay, these are the points we have studied today. Yes, precipitation, its major form, snow, hail, and rainfall. Then what in snow we have studied about the frostbite, snowfall, and concentric layers, and last was about the rainfall. Now we are going to move towards the evaluation part. Yes, objective type questions we are going to see here. Filling the blanks by choosing the correct alternatives. Air pressure at the center of cyclone is dash. Low or high? Yes, this those who know the answer, please raise your hand. Cyclone. Yes, Nikita, Karan, you can unmute and answer.